Welcome back, Year 11. This time, this is a specific video to develop your understanding and skills with regards to indices. Hopefully, lots of these are just a quick recap for you, but there might be a couple a little bit nearer the end where you find them a little bit tougher. So feel free, if you'd like, if you are confident enough to have a go at most of them, pause the video now and try these 8 questions. If, however, you think you're going to struggle with these, what I'll do, I'll talk through these 8 for you, explaining the rules nice and carefully, and then I'll give you an opportunity to have 8 different questions using the similar rules, which I'll then give you the answers to as well. So, pause it now, otherwise continue listening because I'm going to make a start on question number 1. Okay, so question number 1, this is something to make a note of and something that you must learn. You just got to learn this, I'm afraid. Anything to the power of 0 is 1. Anything to the power of 0 is 1. 50 to the power of 0 is 1. A billion to the power of 0 is 1. Y to the power of 0 is 1. It doesn't matter what it is, but anything to the power of 0 is 1. Number 2 is anything to the power of 1. Anything to the power of 1 is itself. Okay? So 3 to the power of 1 is 3. X to the power of 1 is x, a to the power of 1 is a, 500 to the power of 1 is 500. It doesn't matter what it is, but anything to the power of 1 is itself. That leads us on nicely to question number 3, y cubed times y squared. I'm going to show you why this works. So y cubed is y times y times y, and y squared is y times y. Well, when I multiply them together, I get y to the power of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that gives me y to the power of 5. Okay? So that's why it works. The way to remember it really is if you've got y cubed times y to the power of 2, you've got y to the power of 3 plus 2, which is y to the power of 5. So you can add your powers together when you're multiplying them. We're going to use that understanding to help us with question number 4. But this time we've got 2 whole numbers to begin with. Well, 3 times 4 is 12. A to the power of 4 times a to the power of 5 is a to the power of 9. Okay? So you do your numbers first, you deal with your 2 whole numbers, and then you would deal with the indices like you would do normally. Question number 5 is x to the power of 8. Don't forget that line there means divided by, doesn't it? So that means divided by. So x to the power of 8 divided by x to the power of 4. Now, when you multiplied, we added our powers together. So when we divide, we subtract our powers. So I get x to the power of 8 take away 4, which is the same as x to the power of 4. So when you divide, you subtract those powers. Question 6, a cubed all to the power of 4. What that actually means is a cubed times a cubed times a cubed times a cubed. And if you think back to the rule for question number 3, when you multiply, we add our powers, we've actually got 3, 6, 9, 12. So the answer is a to the power of 12. Hopefully some of you have now noticed that what you could have actually done is multiplied the 3 and the 4 together. So when you've got your brackets, you are able to multiply those powers together. So 3 4s are 12. But this is the reason at the bottom there as to why it works. Question 7. We just got to use both rules. So t to the power of 6 times t to the power of 4 is t to the power of 10, isn't it? Because 6 plus 4 is 10. And that's divided by t cubed. And you know from question 5 that when you divide, you subtract the powers. So 10 take away 3 is 7. So the answer is t to the power of 7. The final question, number 8, links in carefully to number 4. When we did number 4, I told you to deal with the whole numbers first. We're going to do that on number 8. So 12 divided by 4 is 3. So I've dealt with the whole numbers first, 12 and the 4. A to the power of 7 divided by a squared. When we divide, we subtract the powers. So 7 take away 2 is 5. So it's 3a all to the power of 5. Well, that's how you do those 8 questions. Hopefully you made some good notes so that can actually support you in trying these 8 on your own. Okay, there's 8 questions on the board there. What I'd like you to do is to pause the video quickly and actually have a go at those 8 to show exactly what you've learnt. Okay, I'll now project the answers onto the screen. I don't need to talk you through the answers. Obviously, if you need the answers to be explained to you, then go back and start the video again and see the explanations. But here are the solutions to those questions. Hopefully, you found them much more straightforward. Hopefully the explanations here have helped you. And if you do have any problems still, do come and find me and do ask. But at the foundation paper, you should not expect anything more difficult than the 8 questions on there. Anything to the power of 0 is 1. Don't forget it. It does come up so often, and often one of those nice free easy marks in the middle of the paper. Thanks for listening.